And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Hey, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it.
As a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Tannehill on first down. Going deep here for Stills. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Tannehill going for the deep ball. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A big play there for the Dolphins. 36 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Deion Sims in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about, and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So it's halftime here in New Orleans. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And quickly, they get to the line. They come up in an offset eye. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a man who sat out 3-3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. How did he stay on his feet? 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tim Hightower, 46 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw on second down is Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Ajayi. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
If I'm not mistaken, home team made it. 2 threes on my feet, then I pump fake. Baby girl, grab the quick. Kiss it, sweat, leave, Mr. Couldn't took it quick. Hottest on the planet, got the place lit up. Fly, got expensive taste, sight and touch. We ain't on the same team, cheer up. Bunch of that make sit up. And from the topic, then the conversation heated. Right shrimp, getting booked up in every city. Splash out with cash, had the spaz on the waiter. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
Shake it in my speeder, girl, I'm nothing, messing up my speech. I'm $1 million player, baby, nothing's at my reach. I'm $1 million, like I hit the lottery. Splash her with
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First carry for Thomas Rawls. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. Most of the NFL, of course, City had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
7 yards remain now on third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarvis Byrd. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time. Breeze hooking up with Cooks. And even 40 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Snead over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Breeze. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the 11 on offense coming back out for Seattle and maybe a little tired, maybe a little jet lag. The Seahawks have traveled over 27,000 miles this season, and the 5,000-mile round trip to Tampa was their second jaunt to the East Coast in 3 weeks.
I've never met a team in the NFL that's less concerned about their travel than the Seattle Seahawks.
And that's good.
And that's good for them. And you're right. They could be tired. They could be fatigued. As you said, second time in 3 weeks. You'll never hear it come out of their mouths. Their head coach, Pete Carroll, whatever you put in front of us, we'll deal with it. Let's just get on the plane and go play. And I think it serves them pretty well overall. Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. For Graham, he hauled in 6 catches in Week 12, 67 yards. And by the way, a happy belated birthday to Mr. Graham. Turned 30 on November 24th.
Oh, that's very nice of you. You're so considerate. I like that.
Oh, thanks.
And you know what
be here all week.
And you know what else he really likes?
What?
His health.
Yeah, absolutely.
His knee is back, totally sound.
And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now, Ingram was forced to leave the game in Week 11, but he came back in Week 12 with a vengeance. 14 carries, 146 in the yardage department, a score as well.
And even go back earlier in the season when he had a little bit of a fumbling problem. Got benched in a game against Seattle, but responded with a big game after that. And here he is for the second time in the last 4 weeks, well over 100 yards on the ground. And
he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. For the ball carrier there, Mark Ingram, in his 6th season now with the Saints.
Yet to have a 1,000-yard season, but any guy who wins the Heisman Trophy, you know the potential's always there.
Yeah, but you're right. Yet to get to 1,000. Had 769 last year in 12 games. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So that tackle for loss by Michael Bennett. He was 2nd in the NFC in that category last year with 19 of them.
Hard to believe that he went to his first Pro Bowl last year. I thought he would have gone earlier because his impact is always big on a game.
And in his 8th year now in the league. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And for Thomas, give him 7 touchdowns now in the season. He had 2 more in Week 12.
And he's a guy that you sense feels like he still has a lot to prove. Felt like he should have been a first-round draft choice, was marked down mainly because of his speed or what people considered a lack thereof. And boy, he positions well, catches the ball well, competes for it really well. In fact, James Laurinaitis, a former Buckeye himself, he told me this young man cares about the game, cares about winning, and does everything possible to get better.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Breeze going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. K.J. Wright, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tim Hightower, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Charles, while we have a second, we have to give a shout-out to Joe Thomas. It's been a tough year in Cleveland, but tell them what Joe Thomas accomplished.
He just played his 10,000th snap in a row without ever missing one in his career.
That's unbelievable.
His career. You get a lead. There could be a small injury. Your foot hurts for one play. Never has he come out of a game. Never has he missed a snap. An incredible Ironman record. And he's a perennial all-pro left tackle.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Now, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, Brandon, we've got a minute here. Let's talk about some of the top performers from last week. And I'm going to start with Tyreek Hill with the Kansas City Chiefs. What he did, phenomenal. The first rookie since Gale Sayers in 1965. Rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, return touchdown.
Who else you got?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead with Mike Evans, the wide receiver with Tampa Bay. Over 1,000 yards again in a season. He's done it every year he's been in the league. His first 3 seasons, he's joining some really nice company. And last but not least, don't leave out the defenders. How about the sack duel we had? Von Miller of the Broncos, Justin Houston of Kansas City, 3 sacks each in their great game. Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball? Meaning a 50-50, the ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that brings up 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarris Byrd. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Over the middle, it's Thomas. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. This is Hightower. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backward. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it first and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a third. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ataba Rubin busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Breeze. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The 2015 Pro Bowler, Michael Bennett, in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
fresh set of downs here.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, as we glance back at Week 12 for a second, of all the games that were played, maybe that Chiefs-Broncos the most significant when you look at the playoff picture?
Most significant and maybe best played. I mean, think about all the excitement that went into that game, all the big plays, both sides having a chance to take control, Kansas City ultimately winning it. But Gary Kubiak, the head coach of Denver, his decision with about a minute to go to try the 62-yard field goal, that's the one that may come back because they had a chance to go ahead and take an overtime tie and put that on their record. Instead, it contributed to a loss.
Yeah, they dropped the Broncos to 7-4. The Chiefs up to 8-3 behind the Raiders. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
They had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. On the counter, Ingram. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Ataba Rubin makes the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Now they'll run it on the toss. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Brees now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They come up in an offset eye. They toss to Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Brees going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. first down. Wilson looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the safety, Jarvis Byrd. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position. Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Breeze hands to Ingram, and he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loaded in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A big gain there on 3rd and long. 38 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Here we go. Check 43.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Third down, 15 yards still needed.
Tight, watch left. Check. He's crashed. Ready. 95-56, 95-56.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this one is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Wilson, flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now Breeze. They'll roll him out right. Shreds the tackle. Incomplete. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 4th down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, Wilson. That is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett basket. 26 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. They go with a fullback to Kuafu, and he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Bree's going to throw here. Left side and caught by Flainer. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. We're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. It's the kind of thing you know